Since migrating to Australia 7 years ago, Tuso Luquape has completed high school, finished tertiary education, and is looking forward to a promising career in the arts.
It was daunting for me because I was 14 years old, so that was very scary, packing up everything and coming here without family or anything like that.
Now, pursuing a career in acting, Tuso and other migrants like him make up the largest migrant demographic ever to be living in Australia, according to a recent report released by the ABS. Figures show that the proportion of Australians who were born overseas has hit its highest point in 120 years, with 28% of the population, 6.6 million people, born overseas.
I do understand why there's such a huge trend of people coming to Australia, because it's such a beautiful and accommodating country in itself.
Artef Hummy, who heads the board of the New South Wales Metro Migrant Resource Centre, echoes the findings of the report and believes Australia's attractive immigration program, coupled with a high standard of living, has led to this phenomenon.
We are now living amongst one of the largest community. I'm talking about migrant communities, and that community is going to grow. Why? Because there are different categories of visas. However, most of them they get like short-term accommodation, long-term accommodation, orientations, extensive orientation programs and so on, to introduce into the Australian values, Australian systems and things like this. That's something sometimes you can't really find anywhere. This is no exaggeration whatsoever. Australia has got the best program in place.
While the largest migration groups were people from the UK and New Zealand, China and India were the fastest growing, with hundreds of thousands of migrants arriving on the skilled migration visa. For Artef, the benefits of hosting such a magnitude of migrant communities is written in Australia's past.
Australia would have never ever got to this level, economically, socially, and to be known and recognized and counted at the level of at the world international level without migrants' contribution. When they started coming, they worked so hard and they've established themselves, and that establishment indeed has made Australia to what it is at the moment.
Tuso is representative of a new wave of migrants ready to make their contribution to the nation. However, he says he's never felt out of place here and is grateful for the opportunities the country has afforded him.
I've never really felt like a migrant in Australia, because it's just been so welcoming, and to be able to be accepted in an Australian institution that doesn't have a huge industry for acting in itself, but to say, yes, we will let a migrant come in and study in the school, and join the industry that's growing, is a huge privilege in itself.
George Vlottis, Just Landed News.